We're doing comedy at a church. Like, how's this gonna work out, really? I mean, some people are like, I just came to see this thing explode. What's so amazing about doing comedy at church, when I was a kid, laughing at church was illegal. You couldn't laugh at church. I remember one time laughing at church because this lady was jumping around and her wig fell off. Though, that stuff was funny. Her wig fell off, and then I laughed. My grandmother would pinch and twist. I can understand a pinch. You gonna twist? That's the devil. Dude on stage is mad at everybody. I can't figure out why he's so angry. 7 years old, I figured out why he was so angry. He was angry because he had some phlegm caught in his throat. So at the end of every sentence, he'd try to get it out. He'd be like, the Lord said, act like you I'm like, Grandma, he need to gargle, Grandma. I'm 7 years old, man. Church lasts 6 hours, too. Then we go in the basement and eat a sandwich and come back up. I'm like, what was that, a halftime or something? Actually, I'm gonna be real with you. There's enough black people here. It was always chicken. Why we always gotta eat chicken? Every single time. I know, I had to tell them. I'm sorry, we at church, you know? And tuna. At the end of church, they would ask us, they'd always be like, so you wanna go, after this, we all gonna go to the sister church. I don't even like the brother church. One time I get to church, 7 years old, there's a dead body in the front. It's a funeral. Nobody explains that to a 7-year-old Michael Jr. I'm thinking that's how they roll. Like every 3 weeks or so, they bring a dead body in as an example or something. And the dude on stage yell at everybody in the audience like they the ones that did it. I remember asking my grandmother, I'm looking for some explanation. I'm like, Grandma, what happened to the man in the box? What happened to the man in the box? Her whole explanation was, he in a better place. I'm like, what kind of box did he live in before? Dude on stage said he went to see the king. That was his whole explanation. He went to see the king. Ha! I don't understand what that meant. They didn't even call the kids choir to sing. I was in the kids choir, not because I wanted to be in the kids choir. I was in the kids choir because I was a kid. And it was a requirement. And what song we got to sing? Soon and very soon, we are gonna see the king. I don't want to see the king. I don't want to see the king. You ever go to a funeral and people always talking about the person in the box like they sure he going to heaven? And then they tell you and then the people get up there, they always talking about him. And the last thing you know, like the dude stabbed 3 people and he never prayed one time in his life. And all of a sudden, everybody, like, he going to heaven. He's like, I'm sure Uncle John is looking down at me right now, and he's a little tears going down his eye. I'm like, he probably looking up at you right now. Listen, that's a sweat bead, is what it is, a sweat bead rolling on. I just made that up right now. I just made that up. So this is called Random Thoughts with Michael Jr. These are just my random thoughts, and I'm gonna share them with you as I play. These are random thoughts with Michael Jr. Now, some of these thoughts you're gonna get, some of them you may not get, okay? But if you don't get, listen, if you don't get one thought, just move on, okay? And because you might miss the next thought, okay? Why are stay-at-home moms always gone? If a baby comes out with an afro, is that considered natural childbirth? If a woman gets pregnant in Vegas, does the baby have to stay there? Is the word tofu short for tried to fool you? Should Dave Ramsey's website take credit cards? Where does non-local anesthesia come from? Take your time. I met a woman who had one callus on her foot. Does that make her a unicorn? Eight out of 10 people don't want to be statistics. But now they are. I've noticed that no one seems to care about the outer city youth. Take your time. I think sometimes people take Marple for granted. Why are there no mirrors in the self-checkout? When it comes to sharks, what's so great about the white ones? A small percentage like that joke. And finally, if God clapped his hands, wouldn't that make a big bang? It's just a theory. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Michael Jr. I appreciate that. That was fun. Awesome. You ever hear somebody tell you an amazing story about how they almost got killed? I know it sounds like it's a skirt in Ireland, but that's how black people say it. Killed, you know, man, if I would have turned this way, man, I would have got killed. But something told me to go the other way. I didn't want to be a Christian either for a long time because some Christians are creepy. There's some creepy Christians. It's creepy everything. It's creepy Muslims, but some Christians is creepy. You ever had somebody, they talk about God and their voice change all of a sudden? Like, yo, man, how you doing? Oh, I'm cool. Can I tell you about the Lord? What is wrong with your voice? What's wrong with your voice? Or somebody start praying in the middle of your conversation? You was just having a conversation. Yo, you see the game? That was a good game. Man, that game was good. God, we just thank you for being so holy, Lord. It's so awesome. I'm like, are we praying right now? You are creepy. Before I became a Christian, I would ask a girl out, and this one girl, I remember she said to me, she said, I'm dating Jesus. I didn't know what that meant. Now I realize she was just saying she wanted to get closer to God before she started dating. Back then, I had no idea. I thought she was dating Jesus. A month later, she called me up and said, you still want to go out? I'm like, did you break up with Jesus? I'm like, I don't know for sure, but I think it was your fault. Whatever happened, it was your. Now you coming to me? You are confused. You better go back. I'm telling you, he forgives you for everything and you get free wine, you better call him. You better go call him. Because what if I'm the jealous type, right? I walk in the room, she praying, I'm like, who you talking to? Because you got different types of Christians. This is what I found out. You got Christians who are cool, you can hang around with them, iron sharpen iron relationships, right? Then you got Christians who may have a little limp in their walk. They got the hat on, but the shoes don't match. Then you got Christians who, I'm just gonna put this out there. You ever know somebody that was oversaved? Don't look at them, don't look at them. You can't even have a regular conversation with them. You're just like, hey man, I'm thirsty. You thirsty? Thirsty for the Lord. Thirsty for the Lord. Hey, I lost my keys. Could you help me find my keys? You need the keys to the kingdom. I'm like, yeah, I didn't drive a kingdom. Yeah. I drove a Toyota. I know as soon as I said oversaved, some of y'all had somebody in mind, but if you didn't, somebody had you in mind. You could be oversaved. You ain't know it. Now I gotta let you know that you're oversaved. Couple indicators to let you know you're oversaved. Just a couple indicators. If you don't mess around with computers because it got a cursor, I'm sorry. If you rebuke vacuum cleaners because it's a dirt devil, I got an aunt that's oversaved. She messes up television shows for us. We're watching Extreme Makeover Home Edition. At the beginning of the show, they always tell you the sad story about the people. My aunt gonna start praying for them. Lord, help them get a new house, Lord. Just... They're gonna get a new house. They're gonna get a new house. She's like, yes, you gotta believe. I'm like, no, you gotta have cable is what you gotta do. So listen, let me break down to you what happens and then you can hear him read it. So this is what happens. There's a guy who is limp, like he can't walk. He's laying on the ground. He goes to these gates every single day expecting some money, begging for money. And then and then Paul and, who is it? John and Peter. He read it. I didn't really read it. Anyway, John and Peter show up and they don't give him any money. Instead, he gets healed. So I'm gonna have Pastor Steve read it real quick.
Peter and John went to the temple one afternoon to take part in the 3 o'clock prayer service.
Okay, so hold on. I got a different translation for my homies so they can understand. I actually wrote a different translation because I need you to read this one. Yeah, this is for all my boys. Some of them locked up. What's up, man? I didn't know they had internet in jail. You awesome, dude. Congratulations. So I need you to read the homie version of, yeah, it's like right there.
Can you read this right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
The new homeboy translation. If you can read that, you're awesome. So read yours, and then go ahead and read, not yours, read ours, because everybody got the Bible. I said it sounded like it was his because he got on a suit. No, it's everybody's. So read what's in the Bible and then read my translation just so everybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? In order for it to work. What's up?
Peter and John went to the temple one afternoon to take part in the 3 o'clock prayer service.
Mm-hmm. Read mine. Go ahead.
Pete and John rolled up to the spot about 3 o'clock.
Bang. There you go. Right? They rode up to the spot about 3 o'clock. Yeah. Read the next verse. Go ahead.
As they approached the temple, a man lame from birth was being carried in. Each day he was put beside the temple gate, the one called the Beautiful Gate, so he could beg from the people going into the temple.
Okay, go ahead, read my version.
There was a dude with a limp that wasn't a pimp.
Mm-hmm. Because he had a limp, but he wasn't a pimp, because a pimp sometimes walk like he got. I ain't gonna explain, man. Read the thing, dude.
I think I'm gonna change it a little bit. There was a dude with a limp that wasn't a wimp.
Yeah, read it as is, please.
Okay, a dude with a limp that wasn't a pimp was chilling.
Hold on a second, can you put a little something on it when you read it?
Okay, I'm just trying to figure this out. A dude with a limp that wasn't a pimp was chilling on the flow.
On the flow, man. Like, we standing on the flow right now, dude. You don't... Go ahead, man.
Trying to make some cheddar.
Cheddar, man. He's trying... Dude, you got the other translation. What you looking at me for right now?
Oh. I thought I was just going to read the Bible.
Yeah, well, I guess you had an alteration to your expectations now, didn't you?
You want me to go on?
All right, go ahead.
Okay. When he saw Peter and John about to enter, he asked them for some money. Peter and John looked at him intently, and Peter said, "Look at us."
Bang. Go ahead, read mine.
So they started mad dogging him, like, "What's up with you, dog?"
Hold on. Stop right there. Do it again. Just put a little, just something a little more. Just slow down a little bit. That's all I'm just saying. And then maybe read it with a little emphasis, like something might happen. Go ahead.
Like a little rhythm?
That would be awesome.
I don't do rhythm. Okay. I'll try. So they started mad dogging him like.
Hey, what's going on with your leg right now? I don't understand what just happened. Did y'all, did anybody? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you read.
I'm trying to get some rhythm.
Well, I just thought I didn't know. I didn't know if you need the Heimlich, because I didn't know. I didn't know what happened. Okay, go ahead.
So they started mad dogging him like, "What's up with you, dog?" He was like, "I ain't tripping. I'm just trying to get my loot on."
Okay. So what just happened? So at this point, it's not about the story. At this point, it's about what we just experienced. When Pastor Steve came up here, everyone had expectations of what it would sound like when he read the Bible. But then we made an alteration to your expectations, and then you had a revelation, and we all laughed together.